It all began with a single unfollow. Something so small, so fleeting, yet powerful enough to ignite an online storm. Lee Min-ho and Kim Go-eun's relationship status has always been a mystery. Were they dating? Were they just friends? Or was it something more? For years, fans have speculated, hoped, analyzed every glance, every smile, every subtle clue. But their latest moves, they've left everyone stunned and more confused than ever. What really happened? Did they quietly call it quits? Or was this their soft launch all along? Let's break it all down, because this is the story that no one saw coming, and you won't believe what we uncovered. Started on a quiet Tuesday morning. Fans were doing their usual rounds, checking Instagram, scrolling through Twitter, watching old interviews on loop. Then suddenly, a tweet went viral. Wait, Lee Min-ho just unfollowed Kim Go-eun on Instagram. What's going on? Within minutes, the fandom was in a frenzy. Some claimed it was a glitch. Others thought it was intentional. And just as people were beginning to panic, another tweet followed. Kim Go-eun just archived 3 posts, including one from the King, Eternal Monarch era. That was all it took. Breakup rumors exploded. Heartbroken fans began reposting their favorite Min-eun moments. Speculations flew. Maybe they had a fight. Maybe they were never dating at all. Or perhaps this was something deeper. And just when it looked like things were crumbling, Lee Min-ho posted a story. A blurry sunset. No caption. No context. But if you looked closely, in the corner of the frame, there was a shadow, a silhouette, long hair, small frame, and it looked just like Kim Go-eun. The fandom went into detective mode, enhancing, zooming, comparing. Was it her? No one could confirm. But the timing? Suspicious. The silence? Deafening. And then Kim Go-eun posted a quote. Just a single line. Watch the drama as the drama. No names. No tags. But the internet exploded. People were convinced this was directed at Lee Min-ho. That cryptic line sparked 1,000 theories. Some saw it as shade. Others thought it was her way of saying, don't confuse fiction with reality. But one thing was clear. It was intentional. And it got Lee Min-ho's attention. 2 days later, he dropped a comment on a mutual friend's post. Real life is the best script. Again, no names, no hashtags, but fans were quick to connect the dots. Was he responding to her? Was this their version of a public conversation? Indirect, poetic, mysterious. And then came the bombshell. Dispatch released exclusive photos. Lee Min-ho and Kim Go-eun outside a quaint coffee shop in Hanamdong. Together, no security, no disguises, just the two of them laughing like old friends. Or perhaps lovers. The photos weren't staged. They weren't looking at the cameras, which made them feel real, genuine, intimate. The caption? Spotted again. Lee Min-ho and Kim Go-eun meet quietly amidst online buzz. That was all it took. Within hours, #Min-eun was trending worldwide. Some fans were overjoyed. They're finally going public. Others were skeptical. If they're together, why the cryptic posts? Why the unfollow? And just as the debate heated up, a behind-the-scenes video surfaced. From a recent brand shoot, Kim Go-eun was laughing off camera. Lee Min-ho turned, saw her, and smiled. But not just any smile. The kind of smile you give someone you know deeply. Someone who holds your heart. He walked over, leaned in, whispered something. She blushed. The staff looked away, politely giving them space. And though there was no audio, the chemistry? Undeniable. The clip went viral in minutes. Fans reposted it with captions like, "Tell me they're not in love. I dare you." But still, there were doubters. Because later that week, Lee Min-ho attended a press event alone. No mention of Kim Go-eun. No visible ring. No subtle hints. And when asked about his current relationship status, he gave the classic Lee Min-ho smirk. Let's just say, I'm happy where I am. Vague, safe, but loaded with possibility. Was that confirmation or deflection? Then came Kim Go-eun's interview with Elle Korea. When asked about her ideal partner, she paused, smiled, and said, someone who makes me feel like home, someone I've known for a long time. Even if I just met him, it was poetic, romantic, familiar, and fans were convinced. She was talking about Lee Min-ho. But then, something strange happened. On the same day that interview aired, Kim Go-eun's stylist posted a cryptic story, a photo of a bouquet, with a caption that read, "Closure. Finally." Was it symbolic? Had something ended? Or was it about a project, not a person? The ambiguity only added to the confusion. By now, the fandom was split into two camps. One side believed the breakup theory, that the unfollow and quote were signs of closure, that they'd parted ways quietly, respectfully. But the other side, they believed this was all part of a quiet reveal, a slow soft launch, breadcrumbs, leading to the truth. And then came the final twist. A fan spotted them, together, not in Seoul, but in Jeju, at a quiet, oceanside cafe. No staff, no cameras, just the two of them dressed casually, sipping tea, and talking, like a couple deeply in sync. The fan didn't take a photo out of respect, but they described the moment. He reached for her hand. She didn't pull away. That single post reignited the fire. Did they really break up? Or was this their way of saying, we were never hiding, you just weren't looking closely enough? And now, the world is watching, some waiting for an official statement, others content with the mystery. But one thing is certain, Lee Min-ho and Kim Go-eun continue to keep us guessing. With every glance, every post, every cryptic quote, they've built a story that feels more romantic than fiction, more dramatic than any drama. Because whether they're together or not, their connection, it's undeniable. And maybe that's the point. Maybe love doesn't always need a label. Maybe, just maybe, they've chosen to let the silence speak louder than words. So, did they break up? Or go public? We may never get a clear answer. But in a world full of noise, they've mastered the art of keeping us hooked, with nothing more than a glance. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to subscribe for more exclusive fanfiction deep dives. We post every week, bringing you closer